What's up YouTube? I'm Valentin the Mad, and this is a Gore review of Dishonored. Dishonored is one of those games where the developers give you the means and you have the freedom to play it your way, and I absolutely love this type of games. You can play as a pacifist, not harming a single person in your playthrough, or you can do it my way, which is killing everything that moves, and this video is about the responses to that. Keep in mind that I'm reviewing a modified game. I'm using a tweak I made that is based on Dishonored Unleashed mod by the Unbeholden. Both of the mods and an explanation of the differences between them can be found in the video description. So how gory is Dishonored? Let's find out. I'll be reviewing every aspect of the game's gore effects, and the score will be set based on 4 categories: body damage, environment, animations and sounds, the feel. The head can be dismembered or destroyed, each limb has 1 point of amputation, the torso can be cut in half, and you have this for people eaten by rats. So the first thing you will see about Dismemberment is that it looks very clean. Despite the good amount of variations, it just doesn't look right seeing a clean body after he blew up on a grenade. Also, by default, the dismemberment happens by odds, so the decisive factor whether dismemberment will happen wasn't how much damage you dealt to the enemy, it was merely a chance. Dishonored Unleashed enabled dismemberment for more attacks and upped the chances of it happening. I took that file and upped the odds to 1. So every attack that could potentially dismember will dismember every single time. Also, in my quest for reassembly, I found out that certain characters, such as prostitutes or main targets, can't be dismembered. As for non-dismemberment body damage, other than deaths by fire, there isn't any. Attacks that don't dismember enemies will simply not cause any visible damage. So if you play the game as a stealthy psychotic murderer, you won't be seeing any response on the body at all. This is a huge miss out in my opinion. A few damage variations for the executions, with decals for bullet wounds and sword cuts, would make a big difference. Characters who die by fire will leave a crispy burned body. As for the behavior, once caught on fire, they will jump around panicking while screaming in pain. The whole process is fairly short, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting sadistic murders by fire in this game, though that would definitely be nice. The environment aspect is bad in this game, as simple as that. You have several splatter decals for cuts and gunfire attacks, and a blood pool for dead characters. You have a small decal for non-dismembering hits, and a big one for amputations. They usually don't look proportional to the blood spinning effect, and they disappear in about 10 seconds. The blood pool's functionality is also very weird in this game. Sometimes they appear, but mostly they don't. Just how it works and why is it so buggy is beyond me. Now in almost every other game, the purpose of the splatter is simple: seeing response. You cut someone, you see the wound on them, and blood spills down from that wound. This is what should happen, but usually it serves no purpose other than the visual feedback. In Dishonored, it had the potential to be more than that, and let me explain. I executed this guard. See the blood spray effect after I slit his throat? It leaves no stains. Now I'll go hide his body and wait. Now a maid gets here and she's dusting the statue, totally unaware of what happened here less than 2 minutes ago. Technically, there should have been quite a lot of blood sprayed there, and the blood trail leading to where I hid his body. The maid should have freaked out and ran to seek help. Whether she would actually manage to get help would be entirely up to you. And this isn't a new idea. Hitman Blood Money did this very well, and I think that something similar should have been in Dishonored too. As for the mess in the long term, Dishonored Unleashed and my tweak for it have the bodies to stay permanently, and the blood pools stay for some time too. Now the cool thing about the bodies is that the only way they could disappear would be if they were devoured by rats or by fish. I like the brutality behind this idea. You have pretty good response animations to damage, and some attacks can make enemies fall. I must say that those animations feel quite responsive and actually look very neat. Having an attack drop an enemy will give you a chance to finish them, which is always good. The issue is that enemies have only two states for them, alive and kicking or dead. I think that a wounded state of behavior would really benefit this game. Imagine this scenario. You are caught killing someone and the fight with several nearby guards begins. As you are fighting, one of the guards gets wounded, and while you are busy fighting the other ones, he limps to call for help. If you don't stop him from doing that, most of the guards on the level will be alerted and will start actively looking for you. Just like with the blood splatter suggestion, such a feature would not only look right, it would also serve as another gameplay mechanic. As for the deaths, you have execution animations, soft animations blended with ragdoll physics, and some attacks send enemies straight to ragdoll. Even though they are short, the executions are pretty cool. They're not extremely brutal, but they deliver the effect. The animations on death aren't bad either. It would be much better if they were longer, but I must say that they feel more natural than just having enemies go ragdoll. As for the sounds, you have response sounds on impact, characters scream on pain and on death, and comment on what's going on. The entire sound aspect is generally good. The sounds of sword impacts on flesh are great, the screams of characters are done well, and the comments sound lively too. Nothing sounds exceptionally brutal or nasty, but Dishonored certainly delivers in the sound department, and you won't have quiet moments during combat. Arkane did a basic but good job in the animations and sound departments, but everything else has a lot of issues. There is no body damage other than dismemberment and burning, and everything related to the blood spilling mechanics is just bad. When it comes to seeing response in combat, the game just doesn't feel very good. So the score for body damage is 7 out of 30. The score for environment is 8 out of 30. The score for animations and sounds is 17 out of 30. I give the feel a score of 4 out of 10. So this gives Dishonored's gore system a total score of 36 out of 100. Dishonored is not a game that is centered around combat and violence, so I'm not expecting wicked body mutilation or blood and body parts everywhere. However, I do think that if you stab or shoot someone, it must leave a wound. If you see blood spilling, you should see proportional splatter on the environment. And if you hit someone without killing them, they shouldn't behave as though nothing happened. A basic but functional gore system would work for Dishonored, but that is not what we have. Will the upcoming Dishonored 2 do a better job with the gore? I certainly hope so. I really enjoyed Dishonored as is, and if the next game would deliver in the gore department, that would be amazing. Hope you enjoyed watching the review. Let me know how you feel in the comment section, and if you liked the video, subscribe and share it with your friends. You can find the link to all of my Gore reviews in the video description. Until next time.